Right about now, we start to change the pace and change the style. During the course of the night, we switch and we swap, and we wind round the track together.
Brilliant. Thanks, boys. Thanks very much for the last hour. You're in tune to Kevin Searle live, broadcasting our Mixcloud from Transient Radio. I'm joined alongside by Mac today.
Hi.
Very much looking forward to your selections. I think this is a last-minute addition to the roster. Yeah, you've got a pile of 12s and albums and things, and we're going to see what's going to happen. So, yeah, that little intro, by the way, I always play that at the top of my show. So normally I play 4 till 6 on a Saturday. Kevin Searle, it's a mixture of sort of techno house, usually end with some drum and bass. And that is actually my daughter, Anna, when she was about, I want to say, 4 years old maybe. We managed to get her to repeat the words from, it was David Rodigan, the dub reggae master. He was sampled on a track by a drum and bass artist called Breakage, and I got her to do part of the line from that, and we basically chopped it a little bit. We had to edit it a little bit, and yeah, that's her. She's now 17, but yeah, she was 4 at the time, and I use that every time at the start of my show. Right, so we've got a real eclectic selections as ever. As I say, really looking forward to what you've got. I'm going to open this one all the way back to 1984. This is Thelma Houston, who had a massive hit with Don't Leave Me This Way, but this is another track called Used to Hold Me So Tight. And the reason I know this track was actually, it was sampled by the Manchester band 808 State on a track called Ancodia on their 90 album, and it was a bit later that I found out it was a sample from this brilliant boogie record. As I say, 1984, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. The production on this is timeless, and it's just a great record. So let's whack up the sound and see what this sounds like. You Used to Hold Me So Tight. This is the 12-inch mix. We got to turn up the volume. Yeah, number 4 apparently on the road. That's it. All the way up. There we go. So you just heard Thelma Houston, You Used to Hold Me So Tight. That was the 12-inch mix from 1984, an absolute classic boogie record. I think, as I said, the timeless production on that, I never get bored of it. Mac, you're going to introduce your first tune of the day.
Yeah, so my vinyl that I picked is one I picked up in the middle of a festival. I think it was Valley Fest. Yeah, Valley Fest in Wales, which was a mixture of good and bad times. It was boiling hot. I was amazed the vinyl didn't warp itself at that point.
This year, did you say?
No, a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I think.
Right.
And we were all sleeping at 90-degree angles right next to the stage. But apart from that, it was a lovely time. And because it's Transient Radio, it's another reggae.
Okay, let's just line it up. The start of that one, let's see what this sounds like. Perfect.
Got to live the life that is right. Everything I try to do, I am wrong.
That was Freeman. I have to double check my own vinyl.
Zephaniah, I think the track was called. Just pass that across to you as I select the next one. So, I had fun sort of trying to find tunes to put together for today's show, and this one I haven't played for ages. I hope we're going to get the right speed. The tempo of this originally, I think, is 134, which is super fast. It came out in, I want to say, 1994, and at that time, that sort of tempo was fairly, it wasn't out of the norm as such, but now it sounds far too fast. So I'm going to go all the way down. I've worked this out. It sounds better, about -7. So there we go, -7. And it's by the mighty Detroit artist Carl Craig, who I absolutely adore, certainly his early material. This is under his FRS alias, and it samples a disco track called There But For The Grace of God Go I by Machine, and it's just a driving techno track, very hypnotic, very Detroit sounding. Let's give it a whirl, see what you think.
Okay.
Hopefully got the right speed. its original tempo, and you can just see what I mean about how fast it is. And that is the original tempo, which to my mind sounds just too fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I think when I was playing it at -6, it sounds pretty darn cool. So yeah, that was FRS. Harder came out on the Global Cuts label, which I think was a Dutch label back in the day, and I think RNS also licensed it as well. So, right, we've worked out your next tune, haven't we?
Yeah,
Right,
so it took a bit of time to figure it out. The song that I want to play is Stay With You from Lemon Jelly. But the single that I have, the single that I have has no labelling at all. It looks lovely, but there's no labelling. So we can hope that we actually put on the right song.
we think.
Who knows?
We think, if we've done our research correctly, it is going to be this one. Good luck with the tempo. Should we go 45? Yeah, it must be. -6 again. You let me know, does that sound right?
their song Stay With You.
Recognising the sample there, showing my age. I was just saying the artwork on that. Do you want to show the artwork again? That's beautiful. Really nice.
Although looking it up has made me realise that that's the cover, not that, which is what I've been thinking it is the entire time.
If I can give that to you and we'll get the next one lined up. So I've gone for Square Pusher next. Now Square Pusher normally is very electronic, unique in his own sound really. This, however, is a lot of live. Well, the whole thing is live. I've just read on the press release. I didn't realise that, but you can tell why. It's a lot of live instrumentation, and what I love about it is there's this tension in the first minute and a half or something, and then this glockenspiel or xylophone riff kicks in with the bass line, and it just sounds magical. It's really different to anything he's done normally. Came out in 1999. I actually heard it on one of those CDs you get on the front of a magazine. I don't know if they still do it these days, but back then you used to sometimes get free CDs on magazines, and normally they were pretty rubbish, the tracks on there. But this one caught my ear. I was like, yes, I need this in my life. And I eventually found it on this EP which came out 1st of March 1999. It's called Lambic 5 Poetry, and again, fingers crossed we got the speed right, and you'll see what I mean about the
that
tension.
That should be the name
and
of your show.
Lambic 5 Poetry.
No, fingers crossed we got the speed right.
it's quite long, but yeah. So this is Square Pusher. Hopefully, there's the sound. Yeah, beautiful. Perkusha and Lambic 5 Poetry. We are very excited because we are joined by another special guest. Just come in. I think you've had a few vehicle problems. Did I read that correctly on the WhatsApp group?
Vehicle, air flight. It's been a whirlwind of a week.
Well, well done for making it along. We've only got 25 minutes, so we'll hand straight over to you and your first track. This is Smoothgroove. Welcome.
Well, hi. Welcome to our selection. I do the show, and kind of honoured to be in St Stephen's Church. A week ago, I was in a congregational church in Kauai, Hawaii. Where we were, the 50th state of the Union, incorporated 1844. Although you wouldn't believe it, it's the island where the hen is king. So it kind of threw me back to another island selection, Antigua, where my cousin Chris France lives with part of the year with his wife Tina Weymouth, aka the Tom Tom Club. So I'm choosing from their seminal inaugural album, a track entitled L'Éléphant.
Oh, L'Éléphant. Bit of French. I'm going to go there and 33. Do you think that's a fairly safe bet? And I think because it's coloured vinyl, it's difficult to find the exact, because it's translucent as well. So I think I've found the start of it.
Might as well start the thing, and we can just roll.
All right. You want to press play now?
Yeah, why not let that happen? One of the most fun things about, I'm holding the cover in my hand, and it has a sort of a naive art cartoon picture drawn by a friend of theirs in New York. The rhythm section of the Talking Heads, which was their real fun thing, which celebrated their life and love together. Now, living the dream really means living the dream. And this harks back to my new way.
Marcher, 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 marcher.
L'Elephant from the Tom Tom Club, and an influence of new wave and much fun. We're moving over to Matthew and a record that just looks so stunningly, what can we say, tie-dye meets kind of...
Side 2, I'm going to go for Bring the Ruckus. This is the Enter the 37th Chamber from L. Michael's Affair. It was a song that I actually came across from working with Transient, because they did this... When I first started working for them, I edited all of the profiles and did all of the social posts.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Great, yeah.
And I think it was Machitsky. I don't think I'm pronouncing his name right.
Matsky, yeah.
Matsky, there we go. His...
Stunning.
He had this as his photo, and when I walked into another vinyl store and I saw it, I said, I'll just buy that and give it a listen.
Just give it a go.
Yeah.
That's often the way. It's...
Let's try that.
Yeah. Still getting noise then. Again, that was El Michael's Affair with their Enter the 37th Chamber.
What have we got on it? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to pass this, try and do this one-handed. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, next one is from myself. This is by the techno artist Luke Slater. Now, Luke used to work in a record store, I don't know if you know this, Smoothgroove, in Brighton, called Jelly Jam. This is back in the early 90s. And he was serving behind the counter, and I don't know how, but I presume he either asked him or one of his colleagues for his telephone number. This is pre-mobile phone days, okay? Yeah, I was making some tunes back then with a friend of mine, Phil Larson. Shouts out if you're watching at the moment, Phil. Very basic stuff, using a Korg M1, a Roland R8 drum machine, and a Korg Echo box. It was really primitive. Anyway, we put together like a showreel, like 4-track demo, and I sent it to him. And I got his phone number, as I say, and bless him, he entertained a phone call with me from the Student Union building in Leicester, where I was at the time. Had to go down on a pay phone, putting all the coins in to make connection. And he was very good humoured, and he gave me some feedback very kindly. He said actually it sounded like some of the early D-Jax Upbeats record. Yeah, the Dutch label, which I thought was very kind of him. I mean, I personally couldn't see the comparison, but it was very nice thing for him to say.
I remember you in a Jack's Upbeat T-shirt, definitely.
So you're right. That's I think the first time I met you, I had it on. So this track is under his the Seventh Plane guys. It was more of an ambient techno guys. Of course, he's more famous, I suppose, for his Planetary Assault Systems techno, which is a bit more driving and club driven, which I know you like, Tom.
Well, that'll be interesting to hear the ambient side of Slater's work.
Let's hope the speed is right. This track's called Lost. It came out on the Four Cornered Room album. This is actually the reissue that Delsin released a few years back, and it's called, Lost. We're going to go back to Smoothgroove now and tell us a little bit about this tune.
Well, Strictly Rhythm recordings was a pivotal moment for New York's amalgamation of house music producers at the turn of the 90s, and it drew so many producers. I know very little about this track except that I heard it on a Tony Humphries mix, and it was a key moment in jazz and house, and it's what you call a sort of a pivotal game changer. You move up from 4 to the floor to, well, I think we ought to drop it and hear what it sounds like.
So are we going for track number 1, are we? Endangered Species?
Endangered Species, Endangered Music, 1992.
Okay, let's see what this sounds
like.
For
me, it was a trade-off whilst I was learning to become a garage DJ and make all the mixes really smooth. Living in a caravan, touring Europe on a techno and house music tour, I traded this, I cannot remember what I traded it for, but with a guy called Paul 2M, his mark's still on there, playing in a similar place like this, a community, a large community hall in Harlem. And I was so amazed that I think it was a Todd Terry album I swapped for it.
Let's check it out. Endangered Species, Endangered Music.
Feel that jazz lift and that sort of elevation. You kind of can
and I reckon we're going to be hearing sounds like that coming up very shortly. So at the top of the hour, 3 till 7, we've got a live mix by Transient Radio's very own Marcus Harris and Leroy LP. I'm told that we can expect some soulful house music, so I think we'll be hearing a bit more of that sort of stuff.
Is in. Yeah.
Right, Matt, we got one more from you.
Yep.
What are you going for?
We've just been discussing people we've signed and met and had albums signed. This is...
so I'm going to go for Tomorrow's Child on that side. This is from Yasmin Lacey, which I would be kind of sad if I didn't actually put her on. This is an artist I've been following all of her songs from recently, and I just had to put it on.
Yeah. Fans of Yasmin Lacey out there.
In the offices, they sleep well at night. Crooks in the parliament too. What will tomorrow bring? Tomorrow shine. What will we offer to them?
Brilliant. Yasmin Lacey, Tomorrow's Child. Very nice. I'll definitely be checking her out a bit more. We've got time for just one more tune.
Hey.
And before we hand over to Marcus Harris, aka Suit Dancer, and Leroy LP, I'll give you that. This one I'm actually I'm dedicating this one to Mr. Harris himself. I don't know if he can hear me talking at the moment. Yeah. This is a brilliant 10-inch on Production House. Came out in 1994, and it was DJ Nut Nut and Pure Science. And I heard this on a pirate radio station in Leicester when I was living up there, And it took me years. This was pre-internet days, so you know what it's like trying to track down a tune that you hear and you don't know what it's called, and it's just a little bit of a lyric.
Doing that Earl Zinger thing, first thing in the morning, right up.
But it took me a few years, and I finally found that it's called The Rumble Boom Shaka Mix by DJ Nut Nut and Pure Science. We're just going to have a couple of minutes of this before we have a DJ mix from Marcus and Leroy. Again, fingers crossed on the speed, but this is a bit of an aim and workout. Quite slow though, about 150 BPM, which was standard back in those days. But it's pretty nice.
Oh, looking forward.
Oh, Dread.